Hey social media family, welcome back to my channel. I hope this vlog finds you healthy and well and staying safe and staying home and social distancing if you can and being super careful if you can't. And I hope that you are finding ways to be well during this time of craziness and chaos. So this vlog was inspired by the organization that I'm a part of, Disability Rights Nebraska. And we are having some pretty in-depth conversations with each other, and we are going to release some stuff to the press this week, which I will share with you on my channel when it's released, about how people with disabilities are essential and important and just as deserving of living or being treated, or however you would like to address that. So I'm going to talk to you guys a little bit about Covid-19 and me. So how it would affect my life, how it has already affected my life, because it's a little bit different. My circumstances are a little bit different, but it's scary for all of us. And not only do I have a huge family of people with disabilities that are considered part of the at-risk group, but I also have a huge part of my family, like my circle, is on the front lines. Nurses, therapists. My aunt works at a pharmacy. And a few people in my life have their own businesses and are really struggling. I mean, they're doing the best they can during this time. So like I said, I'm going to talk about COVID-19 and me. So, I don't know if you guys can tell. You could probably tell that the way that I breathe is already compromised. Because of my injury. So I'm a C4-5 spinal cord injury. And basically my lungs are paralyzed. And I had to reteach myself how to breathe. So I breathe with my diaphragm. I wish I could record it. Maybe I'll record a little bit of it for y'all. So my breathing is very much compromised. I don't know if you guys can see my trach scar. So when I was initially injured, I was on a ventilator. And so that has affected my upper respiratory system. I mean, it's affected daily. So I can't get a cold. I can't get the regular flu. I mean, those two things I would be hospitalized. They would kill me. I mean, I would have to be treated in a medical facility just for a cold or just for the regular flu. So COVID-19 is terrifying for a couple of reasons. Well, more than a couple of reasons. But, number one being, I probably wouldn't survive it. But what's really terrifying, and is happening right now, is there aren't enough beds, there aren't enough ventilators. And they are having to turn people away that they feel they can't treat or can't be treated or probably wouldn't survive it anyway. I am one of those people. I'm lucky because I'm from a small community in Nebraska. So I feel like I'm luckier than a big portion of my community, my disability community. Because I feel like if I lived in the city, I very possibly would be turned away. If I contracted the disease, went to an emergency room or a hospital, they would look at me and say, there's no way that you're going to beat this, we can't treat you. Which is what they did in Italy for the elderly and the immunocompromised patients, the ones that were terribly sick. They had to make decisions, very hard decisions, because they didn't have enough beds, they didn't have enough ventilators, they didn't have enough staff, they didn't have enough masks. And that is happening here. It's happening here now. And our numbers are double their numbers already. So it's just really, really scary. And so, I'm here to talk about how it would affect me, but I'm also here to say, we are essential. I don't know how you make the decision. Who is worthy of saving? Or who is worthy of trying to save? I can imagine being in that position anyway. Being those doctors or being those nurses. Or looking at the equipment that you have and having to think, I might not, this person has to go home. We can't help them. So I'm just here to say, I am essential. I am important. I am worthy of saving. I am worthy of being protected. Our disability community, people with disabilities, are so important and integral and essential. So it's not the hospital's fault or the health worker's fault or that we're running out of things and we're having to make hard decisions. So now it's important to really be aware, be careful, social distance yourself. And not only would I be affected, I live with Grandma. Grandma's raised me, and she would be considered one of the people that she's elderly. She could be one of those people that they would say, well, she's had a good life. I mean, I'm sure they don't look at it like that, but it kind of feels like they look at it like that. We can't treat her. And I literally could not do life without her. So it's important to try to follow the other rules because of the dire straits that our healthcare system is in right now. So stay home. Don't expose yourselves to sick people. If you don't feel well, stay home. Do all the things. Wear your masks when you go out. The more we do it, the better we do it, the sooner we do it. Hopefully, the sooner we will be out of this crisis and won't have to do it anymore. So Grandma and I went out last Monday for groceries. I went to physical therapy, and that was the first time we had been out in 11 days. And that was a week ago today. And we have not been out since. So we're trying to be careful. We're trying to just limit our exposure to people and places and things. Sometimes it's hard, I know. And sometimes for your mental health. Like, we drove around the park the other day because it was just like, oh my God, we have to get out of this house. Or if you need to go pick up paint so you can craft, or, if you need to get supplies so you have something to do with your heart and your mind and your hands. Those things are a priority, I feel like. Mental health is a huge priority right now. I'm rambling. I always do that because I always have such great ideas, and then I, go off on my tangents because it's who I am. Y'all know that. But as much as physical health is a priority right now, mental health is a priority right now. So let's see. Speaking of mental health, I'm in the van today. Maybe I should have started with that. It's a beautiful day here in Nebraska. Like 75 degrees. So this is something that is helpful to me. Being out where it's warm. It's cathartic. I've been movie watching. Trying to stay connected with people I love. Like I said earlier, I have a lot of people that are on the front lines. Brianna's a nurse. Diane works at the pharmacy. My dear friend Melissa is a speech therapist. Natalie is an OT in Colorado, which is a hotspot. My dear friends Tiff and Jay. Tiffany has her own business. Jay works in hospitals in Colorado. They are very much in a danger zone with 2 little girls. So I'm praying for our country. I'm praying for our small businesses. I'm praying for our frontline workers. I'm so appreciative of all of you and all that you are doing for all of us. I'm praying for the people in my life that have to go to work in spite of all of this, and the ones that might not have work at the end of this. I'm trying to stay positive and be healthy. Stay healthy. Enjoy the little things. One of the things I just wanted to talk about really quick here at the end is, in times like this, I feel like sometimes it's really hard to articulate what you're feeling. Like fear and anxiety and uncertainty and worry. And whether you pray or meditate or however you get in touch with a place for your soul to be at peace, really try to do those things and know that even if you can't articulate exactly what you're thinking and feeling, like for me, I know God is hearing me, even though I can't exactly put into words exactly all of the things that are going through my mind and all of my worry and my heavy heart. Also, please reach out to people if you need somebody. I'm here, I'm on my phone almost every day. YouTube me. Direct message me on Instagram. I will do my best to be there if you need somebody. I appreciate you all very much. Please stay safe. Please stay home if you can. Please be cautious if you can't. Stay home. Know that whether you are able-bodied or elderly or have a disability or are perfectly healthy, you are an essential part of this world. And we want all of you here at the end of this craziness. So do what you can to protect yourself and take care of your physical health as well as your mental health. Thank you guys for continuing to watch me. This was longer than I wanted it to be, but hopefully you'll have time to sit down and watch and know that I'm here, and I'll do my best to keep you updated, and we'll be praying for you. Pray for us too. I love you all so much. Thank you for watching.